So, what's the most valuable thing in the sports world? For me, is them championships, baby. I'm talking about a UFC belt wrapped around my waist, one on each shoulder, the double champ. You know what I'm saying? Outside the octagon, though, one of the most important things we all have is time. And none of us have time to be wasting on fixing our body odor. Nobody got time for that. So since I've switched to Mando whole body deodorant, let me tell you, the boy's always smelling so good. I smell fresh. I smell clean. Mando stops body odor at the source by blocking the bacteria on your skin from eating at your sweat. It's actually quite genius. So all new customers, listen to the boy. Get $5 off of the Mando starter pack with using my promo code DCTV. Once again, 5 off the best-selling Mando starter pack with my code DCTV. It's perfect for new customers because it comes with a solid stick deodorant. We also giving you the tube deodorant. We're giving you 2 free products that you choose and free shipping. Don't get no better than that. So head over to shopmando.com. Use that promo code DCTV. That's SHOPMANDO.com, and you'll get $5 off of your starter pack. You can't beat me, but I'll help you beat the body odor, baby. Let's go.
Daniel Cormier!
Thanks for checking in with me, Izzy, Adesanya. Guys, the last Stylebinder's back. Yes, how's it feel, man? You know, 11 months. It's never 11 months for you. How's it feel to be back now?
Feels refreshing. But for me, a lot of people were saying that, you know, it feels like it's been 3 years. But it's because I was...
It's been active.
Exactly. Like, Izzy hasn't fought in 2 months. Yeah, what's wrong? So, you know, the game kind of missed me. And low-key, I kind of missed the game a little bit.
Wasn't it nice, though, when you said I'm done till 2027? And the whole world went crazy, right? I mean, we on ESPN talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Like, you really walking away to 2027 to have that type of influence in the game must feel good too, though.
I guess so, but for me, it just made me realize how silly people are, how internet's full of stupid people.
We buy everything.
I'm like, that was a joke. I said it to Oscar, I think, as like sarcastically.
Yeah.
Well, and I saw headlines about it, and I was thinking like, yo, they don't read the tone. So I just let it ride. I was like, whatever.
Well, that's the problem, right? So a lot of times we'll see an article, and I didn't see the interview. So I'm like, yo,
headlines, clickbait.
Headlines, clickbait. They start talking about the things that you say without necessarily having the context of what you're saying. So I finally got you to do this. I've been texting you. I text you. I hit you up. I said, hey, man, I'm going to ask you every single time because so many people have said they wanted to see us sit down. They wanted me to talk to Israel Adesanya. So many. My son loves you. You have a connection with young fans like not many in the sport does. When you came to MMA, was that a point? Was that something you wanted to do? Did you want to make that connection with the younger fan base?
Not really, no. For me, it was more about just expressing myself as I do. And I guess I have a young spirit, you know, and people can kind of relate to me in different aspects of my life. So, yeah, it's nice to see that the younger generation is with me. They do. They really do. And they appreciate the way that you are, the Naruto? Yeah. Is it Naruto? Naruto, that's one of the things, I guess, anime. Look, even for me, like, look, that's one part of myself. Because I did this interview with New York Times, a phono one, my first one in a long time, and this was last week. And this guy from New York Times, bless him, he's a nice guy, but he only asked anime questions. And I was. But that's not like that's not all of you. Exactly. It's like people try and put you in a box and just think, right, that's him. He's the anime guy. I'm like, yeah, that's something that I do enjoy in my off time, or you know, like Fight Week. I've been watching Windbreaker. It's a new one which I enjoy. I've been playing Def Jam Fight for New York. PS2. That old game? Yeah. Shout out to Steve who got me. Shout out to Luca as well who brought my PS2. That's an old ass game. Yeah. So I just beat Ice-T. That was my first boss. So my most favorite game on PS2. So I've been jamming that. And people try and put you in a box just for a reason, but you have to realize not all of us can be fit in a box. Not all of us are just bots. Some of us are players in this game. That's the difference in you, right? You're so different. There's so many layers to who Israel Adesanya is. And I think when people recognize that, that's when you became the superstar that you became. Because then they can accept you I'm not what you expect. I'm not gonna walk here
to the octagon, hug my coaches, and go in and fight. That's what everybody else did. I'm a dance. Yeah. I couldn't believe, I said something once when you fought Robert Whittaker in front of 61,000 people. And I said, Israel Adesanya is one of those guys that makes people come together because they got to know what he's going to do. Yeah. And you danced out there. Yeah. And everybody was like, wow. And then you knocked him out. It was like, I was like, damn, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was, again, special moments. And for me, because in Melbourne, it was a different arena, I think, when I fought Silva. Main event, because Rob got sick. And then I tried to do something, and then I was like, no. But then this time, I was like, no, this is my show, Dana. I'm doing this. Yeah. And as I was heading to the octagon, and I did that, I could feel the energy of the place was like, this cocky, they want to see. They want to see. Like you said, I bring people out because they want to see, is he going to do it or is he going to fail?
There's a picture in the Apex. Yeah. I think it's the coolest picture ever, bro.
With the stance?
No, it's one in the Apex where you're walking out of the crowd. And you're walking.
Oh, yeah, and it's the crowd that
is that not the most amazing photo?
One of them. It's one
that
of them.
That is a great photo, bro, because I think it really does speak to what the UFC is. You're the star. You're the man in the arena, and all these people want a piece of that star. But that didn't come without you not only having the personality, but also the fighting style that drew people in. You started this thing in a very quick rate, right? Your ascent was very fast. You went to the championship in no time. 16 fights in 5 years is what you fought. What have you done in this last 11 months to try to reset? Because it does get heavy. I found myself defending you online because when you lost to Sean Strickland, I said he seemed tired. It seemed like the weight of the world was on you and you seemed tired. What have you done in those last 11 months to try to reset yourself, your mind, and your body to go back and try to become a champion again?
I let myself really feel everything. That's the thing with me. I don't like to be one of these fucking hippie chicks. I'm an empath. It's like, nah, but I know I'm a very emotional person. I feel everything. So I let myself feel everything and used it. So I hit rock bottom. And again, Dan Hooker said, rock bottom is as good a foundation as any. Yeah. So I built myself back up. My mind, my body, my spirit was never broken. My spirit has always been strong. But my mind and my body needed to take a break. Because before I stopped fighting for a while, I think it was 5 fights in 18 months.
It was too much, bro. Yeah. It was like, the pay-per-views were like 210, 212, 215. It was like, it was too much back to back.
And I should have maybe in hindsight, but again, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. Yeah. It was Sean's night. It was Sean's week. It was his time. It's a beautiful story for him. And for me, it was my time to pull away. And I did. And I went away, reset. I went down south of the border in America, had some stem cells, stepped away from the game. I followed a lot of fucking MMA news. I just didn't want to be bombarded with anything to do with fighting, just so I can reset completely. And then when I came back slowly, gradually, and then now our gym has a whole new program that we actually use to, we have a rest week now.
Wow.
Yeah.
In camp?
Yeah. Not rest the whole time, but the load is taken away.
It's very light.
That's what I'm saying. And I've been making this, not a joke, but I actually have breakfast now, which is something that I never really did, because I'd wake up and then just roll out of bed, hop in the car, get to the gym, and then I'll have breakfast after. And I guess you can call that intermittent fasting, but I was doing it out of just habit for years. So now I actually have Uncle Muzz making me meals and then ready, boom, eat, get to the gym, feel fueled up. After that, I have a snack or whatever, that kind of stuff.
So you're following the nutrition.
Yeah, I'm 35. I understand the body doesn't work the way it used to or metabolize things the way it used to when I was 27. So I have to adapt, And I'm sure you had Ian in the corner helping you out.
All the time, yep.
Because how old are you now,
45.
45. Yeah. You was fighting at 41, 42.
Yeah, that was 39, 40 years old. My last fight was at 41 years old.
Shit, so that's what I'm saying. You understand how Father Time will always win, but you can still delay it if you do the right things, the little things. And eventually those little things, because it never mattered to me back in the day. I was just like, I whoop.
You were like Superman. Just wake up and go do it.
Yeah, I just knew I'd beat these guys. But then at a certain point, I realized, okay, Israel, you have to take account of what you are doing with your body and how you're going to help yourself. Even sleep. I'm vamp life. I used to love to be up when everyone else is asleep because I feel like I tap into different feelings and different energies. But then now I actually get good sleep, get my Aura ring on, lets me know how I slept, that kind of stuff. Living like an athlete.
Yeah, at
Works
35.
wonders.
Unbelievable that you did what you did, and you're saying that you didn't necessarily follow those things. So, rivalries, right? Rivalries in sport is what sport is built on. But there is a time where rivalry can be almost become uncomfortable, right? And Jones and I had that where we talked about our families and we got really nasty with each other. Some other Khabib and Conor was very nasty. You and Dricus Du Plessis, in that interaction between you two in the octagon, got a bit uncomfortable, where you guys were going back and forth.
Not for me.
Not for you, and he said the same thing. It didn't feel like...
I told Jones the night before when we linked up, because we talked about a lot of stuff, and I said, watch this, watch what happens tomorrow. And he's like, you serious? I'm like, watch this. Because I knew what I wanted to say, and I knew the reaction I wanted to get from that interaction. And I got what I wanted. He was uncomfortable. He didn't know really how to handle it. Yeah. Because,
people outside watching going, I don't know why.
Because race is such a...
It's such a slippery slope, right?
Did he... We call him a nigga.
Yeah, nobody wants to touch
white man the nigga on TV. Like, people just get really uncomfortable about that. But I was like, well, even over time now, I'm like, I've never met an African who had to say I'm a real African.
Yeah. He feels like he feels like in that interaction you were emotional, and that's a victory for him.
He can win that one. I don't really care. I'm not trying to win those interactions.
Yeah.
But for me, it was, I got what I wanted from that interaction.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, if you are from the continent of Africa, you shouldn't have to say, I'm a real African. Francis Ngannou, Kamaru Usman, any black person from the continent has ever had to say, I'm a real African. And Razak, actually, before his last fight.
He came back and said it again.
No,
everybody is like...
Razak really doubled down on something that was really important, which is about people who had to leave to make a better life for themselves, even before fighting.
Yeah.
Like Francis, are you gonna say he's not a real African because he had to leave, Cameroon and
Francis's story is the craziest story of all time.
Gets sent back to the desert 6 times to die, and then makes it out alive. Are you gonna tell me he's not a champion? Are you gonna tell me he's not a real African? And he doesn't understand the privilege he has to be able to train and live in South Africa.
Yeah.
And again, just for me, it's not the whole thing of the story, but it's part of it. It's the reason why we're here.
Yeah, and that's what makes people tap in. I got to be honest with you, and I told this to Dricus too. I said, my family, they hate him. They hate him based on the things that you said because we're black, right? So that became a part of the story. But ultimately, while I don't know if you have real hard feelings towards Dricus, he says he doesn't have any towards you. But at the end of the day, it draws people in, right? Because that extra something to the fight is what's making people go, I got to see these two dudes that hate each other fight. What are your feelings about Dricus Du Plessis?
I don't feel any way about him. I don't hate him as a person. I met him years ago in Thailand, and his brother, they were lovely. They were really, I think they were fans back then probably. But yeah, I'm not a guy who harbors hate like that for someone. But what he said was blasphemous, and I'll make him take accountability for that. Even yesterday, I saw his coach. He winked at me. I walked up to him, shook his hand, shook his team's hand, saw his brother and his wife. This is the game we play. We're gonna go in there and settle the score. But before that, me and him personally, we have our own. I think it's just too. He's the champion right now, so I have a big spirit as well, big energy. I am Israel Adesanya, so there's always gonna be like a target on my back. And then with that comes the clash. Yeah. It's like two alphas just like looking at each other through the fence, like, okay, let's go then. Yeah, that's what this is about.
Do you love that though?
Yeah,
isn't that the best? Isn't that the best? Like
back in the day.
That energy between two guys that feel like I want to show that I'm the man, right? Like when you first started and you pissed on the cage.
Yeah.
That was the craziest thing ever, right? Because it was almost like you were marking your yard, and ultimately for it to become a reality show.
Right here.
Yes, yes. But it's that energy, right? And that energy is what athletes love, and that's where we live at, and we love being in those moments. But to come back and become the champion again, you'd be the 3-time undisputed middleweight champion of the world. John Jones has done that. Randy Couture has done that. Look, it's insane when you start talking about accomplishments, right? And becoming a double champion, which Henry, me, Conor, Amanda did, is more common than someone winning a belt 3 times. You're up against a massive it's a massive thing to do because nobody's done it. What have you done to prepare yourself to not only go win a belt again, but to make history? Because it doesn't happen.
I didn't really prepare to win the belt or make history. I'm just preparing to kill this guy.
Yeah.
That's what I've done. And you've seen me whenever people doubt me or whenever I feel like people forget, because again, this is gonna happen. I'll take this guy's head off and they'll be like, damn, fuck, I forgot. He's really that dude. Man, I forgot, because they saw my Strickland fight and people forget straight away. They just forget the classics I've given them. But then when I go in there this weekend, I do what I do, then they're gonna be like, how did I not see this? It's in hindsight. They're like, I thought Dricus was gonna just take him down and maul him like he did Whitaker, like he did Darren Till. It's like, nah, it's a different beast you're messing with this time. Again, this is something that has a little friction to it.
Like Paulo Costa.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Paulo Costa.
Alex put it. Look, even the fact that the people were telling me like, oh, he's scared, he's this, and that. I'm like, look, Alex beat me on the biggest stage in the world, Madison Square Garden. You know, and then he beat me for the third time in a different code, MMA, because he chased me and hunted me down. And I was just like, hey, Dana, let's do that shit again. Let's do it right away. Like, for me, I know what I can do. I know when I can beat someone. I know when I have that. I know it has a little spice to it. And I have that. I'm spicy this weekend.
With this one. With Dricus. Did you ever expect him to become the champion? Because I got to be honest, man, I was openly hard on him because he does things so awkwardly at times that I never thought he would reach this level. But now I'm like, he must be really, really good
at what he does.
Because
he's good at being shit.
He's beating everybody.
Yeah. And
what do you mean he's good at being shit?
Because he has everything, not everything, a lot of things he does aren't, I won't even say textbook. They don't make sense. But again, this is arts. Martial arts. And for him, he's the artist of his style and he makes it work. So it wasn't until he beat Darren Till that I was like, okay, then I have to really pay attention to this guy. Then I started to pay attention. And when he fought Rob, I was front and center and I was like, okay. I was kind of coaching him in my head. And then when he dropped him, I think I was the only one in the arena who stood up, or one of the only few. So I respect his style at being awkward and being, I guess, disillusioned in the way he bridges the gap, the way he sneaks his foot. All these little details I've taken into account.
Does that style open opportunities for you? Because you're so tremendous at countering. Like, it seems as though if the style he fought Sean Strickland with was he beat him with pressure and he overwhelmed him with activity, right? Well, neither one of them was landing all that much. Sean was landing more strikes, but Dricus was throwing more and he was the one that was on the gas. He was always forward. That style would seem to lend itself to you landing something very bad on him, because everybody thinks that Kelvin Gastelum was able to pressure you. But then when they all try it, they get knocked out or they get themselves hurt because they're like Kelvin. Kelvin got big. And that last round, you beat him bad.
Then he had to pull, backward steps. But Dricus, look, he's gonna shoot. I'm gonna stuff it. He's gonna feel me. He's gonna pressure. He's gonna be throwing wild strikes, haymakers. But I'm dialed in. I'm really locked in for this one. So I'll find the shot. I'll find the shot at some point within the first 2 rounds, maybe 3. But I believe he's a tough guy. That's the thing. He can take a lot of punishment. But the thing is, that only lasts for so long. I'm a tough guy too. I know I've got a chin on me. I know I've got a chin on me, but I don't use it to fight. I don't let me take 2 to give him 5. That's not my style of fighting. I hit and don't get hit. That's the name of the game I like to play. But when he's shooting for a takedown, or when he's blitzing, or he's trying to chase me down, he's gonna find out.
I got a couple more before I let you go. One, in that Gastelum fight, you became a dog. Like that last round, you said you kind of dogged up. Like I'm getting this done. Against Pereira, when he was kicking you in the leg, he seemed to have you stuff. You got him with the right hand, dogged up. You're 35 years old. You've made a ton of money. You've been the champ. You've done everything. How do you pull yourself to that place again? How do you dog up? You wore a dog collar in Miami, right, for the Pereira fight.
That was Jet Li unleashed. Yeah, for this one,
how do you dog up again like that? If it goes to that place, how do you, Israel Adesanya, do that when you got everything?
I don't have everything. And again, look, I've done this, done that, bought the T-shirt. It's not about all that. And when I said it initially, I was like, fuck the belt. I'm coming for his head. People don't understand that because they've never done what we've done in this game. So for me, it's not about the belts. It's about Dricus. He is a champ right now. He's the greatest in South Africa. Cool. Let me test that. That's what that's about. And now again, with everyone forgetting who I am. Not everyone, but you know, I won't even say it's everyone. For me,
that motivates you. I can tell that bothers you a little bit.
A little bit. It does. But it's not the main fuel. This is my main fuel. The people around me, they're the ones that give me the energy. They're the ones I focus on. But you know what I mean? During fight week, I like to sip a little bit of venom just to you know, get a little taste. But yeah, how I do it, I've done it before and I'll do it again. And I know how it is. It's not about the age. It's just the experience. I trust myself. I trust myself that when I'm in there and he's across from me and I have to activate myself, I can. I watched the Pereira fight again last night. I was on YouTube and I was just like scrolling past and I watched it. There were certain sequences I was making him move back.
Yeah.
I was really pushing him back. And for me, I'm so happy with what he's doing right now. I'm like, bro.
Can you believe how good this dude is?
I know.
He fucking these dudes
I fought
up.
him 4 times.
He beat the shit out of these dudes. That's crazy, bro.
Bro, every time I fought him, I knew I could get him.
Yeah.
Till he got me. And then now here we are. I hope he retires.
He killing these dudes.
When I told him good luck, I said, he went up to 12, I was like, all of you, good luck.
He don't. Now he's huge. How did he make 85?
Hey, man. Juju works.
But all of you guys, you look like a big 85 pounder now. You're not as small as, you're not as skinny as you were back in the day.
I'm still skinny. I'm like wiry, but I'm
wiry.
Yeah, I just feel like I've put on some good muscle, like useful muscle, not really useless. Yeah.
So outside of the octagon, outside of the fighting, the YouTube channel is doing tremendous.
Shout out David.
Businesses are doing great. Like, how's life for Izzy outside? Because that is what people want to know, right? We don't get to see that much. We get to see you on the couch reacting to stuff, which is always fucking amazing. Yeah. But we don't get to see Izzy outside. Like, how's life for Israel Adesanya outside of the octagon?
It's chill. It's chill. I like to keep to myself. I'm not gonna be a social butterfly, but I like to be on my couch. That spot on my couch is my favorite spot on the planet. No matter where I'm at, there'll be some point later on, maybe Monday, Tuesday, that I'll be like, you know what? I just want to be on my couch right now.
Yeah.
That's my spot. And also, you know.
Dude, they told me you're playing golf now.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm playing this week. I brought my clubs.
Yeah, you did?
I brought my clubs.
There's a driving range out here. I've been to once. But look, I like the pace of the green. It's different. And also, I'm the guy that takes my shoes off because I like to feel the.
You play golf with no shoes on?
Yeah, on the green.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, well, first time for everything. So I can earth, so I can like connect to the ground.
You ever heard of grounding? You ever heard of grounding?
That's literally what I'm doing.
Bro, I got some of my couple guys that I'm in business with.
Yeah.
They sent me grounding sheets.
Yeah,
because
bed
they're
sheets.
Like, grounding bed sheets.
Yeah.
They swear by it, and I laughed at them. You have them?
I used it for 3 weeks, and I waited to see what I wanted to see. Is it a placebo? That shit works.
Bro, one of the guys says that he has it. The thing goes out to his yard because he wants to be connected
to the earth.
To the earth all the time.
Even when I was doing the welcome to ceremony yesterday, took my shoes off and I connected to the earth in front of the original people of the land, just so I can feel more directly connected to them because this is their land.
That's unbelievable because I was making fun of these dudes about the grounding shit.
Yeah, no, it works. It sounds like some woo.
It does.
But
Voodoo.
But no, it works. Like, we're electrical beings. We're 80% water.
Yeah.
So we're very conductive. And then we have all these things, because sometimes you'll be in camp and you think, when's the last time I touched the tree? When's the last time I touched the ground? You don't realize it's been 4 weeks.
Yeah.
6 weeks since I've touched the ground. So, because you go to the gym, house, car, you know. So you have to, it's always good. I employ everybody. Please, just go touch some grass.
Take your shoes off and walk.
All of you touch some grass.
They said 45 minutes a day, we're supposed to be connected to the earth.
Exactly.
For us to be good. Yes. I'm going to start taking my shoes off on the green.
Good. I'm
going to kick Tim's ass.
I'm that guy. Wait, Tim who?
You're your manager.
What? He doesn't golf.
Him and his brother told me about the club that their dad's a member of. I'm taking them dudes out there and smashing.
Maybe they do. Okay,
I'm taking them dudes out there and I'm smashing these dudes.
What's your swing like?
It's not good.
Yeah?
But it's effective.
Back?
My back.
I knew it.
It's not good, but it's effective.
You know how to work around it.
I know how to work around it. I got about a half swing that works for me.
Yeah.
All right, champ. Thank you so much for checking in with me. I appreciate it, guys.
Man,
guys, Israel Adesanya. Adesanya.
Yes, sir.
We all say Adesanya, though.
I don't mind.
It's okay?
It's all good.
All right. Israel Adesanya takes on Dricus Du Plessis this weekend, UFC 305, for the middleweight championship of the world. You become a 3-time undisputed champ. If you do, you would make history. I know it don't matter all that much to you, but it does to us. Guys, go tap into everything that Stylebender is doing. His YouTube channel is phenomenal. Instagram, X. You're part of that last generation that does Facebook, right?
Nah.
Facebook? That's old, man.
I still go Facebook. I still use it. I tap in like just a generic post. I just send it to Facebook.
Yeah.
But I don't really tap in there too much. Too many conspiracies and bullshit.
Yeah. Make sure you tap into everything this man is doing. He is the man. UFC 305 goes down this weekend. ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Make sure you hit the buy button. Until next time, peace.